Good morning, afternoon, evening, friends and family, loved ones. This is your friend Kelly. And yes, it's lanyard time. Putting on lanyard onto Brian's The Crypt that Burkle's Cerakote. Let's see here, let's move stuff to where I can actually maybe more or less get that. And the paracord that I showed you that I thought would be a good match, Brian agreed with, and he wants his lanyard to be done with it. So let's cut a little bit more because I like having a little bit of extra give. And I've got 50 million knives around here, so we're going to use a knife to cut it. And lighter, lighter, lighter. Uh-oh. This one is either getting low or I have it turned down too low. But anyway, he also picked, I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, my little skull bead dude that's wearing a face mask, gas mask. Now he doesn't really need it. His fingers and his hand gets on there. His pinky is just on the edge. So he's not needing a ton of lanyard for the actual use of the lanyard. Just a little bit. So I'll probably stick to like 4 knots. And make sure that I just like it to be able to maneuver just enough. That's why I say, guys, instead of doing a longer lanyard and having a lot of single cord like this portion loose where it doesn't give you much grip, I much prefer to do the lanyard on the knife. I just think it looks better, number one. Number two, paracord's relatively inexpensive. Buy it and tie your own, it's not hard. I've done a few show you how to do it type tutorials. These are not really showing you how. I mean, yeah, you can look at it and see what I'm doing, but I'm not taking my time explaining that I'm going over this and going under that. But there are ones that, and I think the 4, it's probably going to be perfect for Brian. And you figure have the bead on and then the knot and the little danglies, which will end it roughly here-ish. That's probably going to give a 3.5, 4-inch total length. But now the fun thing is, let's see if I can get it through the hole in the bead without having to do a trim and smush. And no, that ain't going to work. Okay, I need actual scissors. That's why I normally cut the paracord with scissors. It gives you a better, well, not necessarily better, but a cleaner trim. And you'll see I'm kind of going at an angle. I grabbed the wrong pair of scissors. These I need to go sharpen. And what I do is I stack them. It's at an angle. And let's grab this other lighter. Maybe I've got... Yes, it is hot when you do that. And let's see if I can get it through. There we go. And there. course, it didn't work. If that ever happens where it pulls through, just do it. And as you can see, it's pretty much came back where the strands needed to be. Just run it through your fingers, and that's why I like to have the ends melted, so that way it doesn't run loose. But what I might do is double check with Brian, but I think that will be good. But before I do, I'm going to pause you and take that in there to him and make sure he doesn't want an extra knot on it. I should have probably done that before I cut it and redid the end. Oh well. That's what I get for not thinking it through. Hold on a minute. I guessed right, guys. Not that it's that much of a guess. I pretty much know about what he prefers. A habit of being married to each other for 33 plus years. But it's, like I said, I've shown how to do these knots and the lanyards and everything like that. I may actually get one of my plainer backgrounds, just a black background, and do a light colored cord to show it better when doing these knots as I explain them slowly. But it's more making sure that they are followed up the way they should be. Now, normally, I don't like leaving it in the thing to do the tightening up, but if you ever do these, safety first. Be careful with doing that. I mean, it's quite easy to cut yourself. I mean, we're dealing with sharp and pointy items here, so it's one of those things. I'm just going to do one quick tightening and finish it up, the rest of it offline to take pictures of, to send it to Brad so he can see what it looked like after I'm done with whatever beads we choose for the two knives that I'll be doing. And I'll probably just do 2 different videos and then do my other one for my knife afterwards, because this one's kind of running a little bit long. I figured if I did it and made it under 5 minutes, I would do them both together, but I ramble on. But like I said, I just need to tighten that down, snug it up a little bit more. But that's the cord that he chose, or we chose, to go with that scale material. And if you pick one of these up with that scale material and you like that color cord combination with it, I've got plenty of it on hand to make you a lanyard for it. And I don't have any more of those particular beads but if you wanted, say, let's see here, do I have one? Yeah. Say you wanted a green bead, one of my skull beads to go with it, I can do that. That would go quite well with that. If you'd like, it'll be a bigger bead, and that's one thing about these. These are bigger, but still, they would be cool on it. But I've got that. I've got different blues that I can do. I have glow blues. This is part of my needing to trim and do, which that would look good with that and bring the blues out more, where I think the green brought more of the green out in the handle material. So see, there's stuff like that that I can do for it and for you. And this, I guess I have half of a roll left, give or take, on this. Maybe. So about 500 feet. So I can do a few of them with just this particular cord. But I have other cords and other colors that if you wanted to use them. So, but like I said, I'll finish tightening this up for Brian and make it all nice and neat and pretty. And his will be done. And I'll do that off the thing because there's no sense in me watching me do this and go from there. Now see this G-micarta type thing. It has blues, greens, and kind of a yellowish, goldish color. So if you wanted like a tan or yellow mix in it, that would bring the yellows out on it. And that's something I do have yellows. So if you like yellow, I'm just saying, there's multiple things. I could go more just green instead of the half green, half blue type mix. It's whatever you want. Any of the Burkle's knives that he has that has a lanyard hole, you can get with him and me, and we can figure it out. The particulars on it, he'll do the charge and ship it to me, and I'll do it and then ship it to you. It's how it's going to work. But the particulars as to what beads and whatever you want and actual paracord, you can, if you want to leave it up to me for the color to do a matchy, if you trust me to do that. If there's a particular color you like, if you say, hey, Kelly, I'd like to have one of your blue glow beads, which I don't know if I have any actual glow ones handy over here. Let me see if this one was a glow one that I still need to trim. Nope, that's not the glow one. See, I've done some that's regular blue and other ones that are glow blue, and trying to keep track of which ones are which. I think I put all the glow ones in a different area, and that's why none of these are the glow ones. But if that's what you want, that's what I'll do. And it may, as long as I know ahead of time before he ships me the knife after he finishes it, I can have everything ready to go. So once I get it, I can do the lanyard, get it all put together, and have it prepped to ship the next business day. I mean, so other than shipping time being added in, it shouldn't take too additionally long. Now, if there's a special bead that I don't have in stock that you prefer to have on, say, hey, I came across this bead on Amazon or wherever, or I can order it and send it to you, depending on how quickly I can get it or you get it to me. That will add time, but I will do my darndest to get it to you as quickly as I possibly can. I don't like holding on to stuff and taking forever with items. I know how I get antsy, and Brian really gets antsy with stuff taking time. And that's one thing I do. I try to get stuff out as quickly as I possibly can and do it as well as I can. But anyway, like I said, this one's pretty much done. I just need to snug up and finish up this knot there on the end a little bit. And this one, and cut it and trim and singe the dangly bits. And it's done. But you can see what it's going to look like. And Brian is tickled. He liked it when he saw it. And he's like, yep, that will be perfect. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. Many hugs, many kisses, much love. Your friend Kelly. Bye-bye.